Stas 23 here in today's Knife Therapy. I got two new knives to share with y'all, and in front of you right here are all Ferrum Forge design knives. And before today, at least I think, the only way you could get a Ferrum Forge design knife is through their branded knives. This is I think, tack from Ferrum Forge that they used to make. You got the Stinger right here. Now this is branded by Ferrum Forge, made by Civivi for Ferrum Forge. Same goes with this one. I think it's a Prolix. And I like the knives for several different reasons. One thing that I love about Ferrum Forge is they always nail the flipper tabs. They always put them in the right direction so they're nice and comfortable, so you're not poking yourself. I mean, look, every time they get it right. So many companies want to give you a pointy tip right here or the hinder stabbing tip to it, and it just doesn't make any sense. Ferrum Forge does a great job in the ergonomics department. I like their overall aesthetics, and once again, flipper tabs are always designed right. This is the Mini Archbishop. This is the Civivi branded Odium. This was the first, I think, of the Civivi line, Ferrum Forge. And they had some they did with drop.com back in the day, the Falcon, the Buck, and one other one that I used to have. You also could get the ProTech Mordax, another good one. But now, let's move these to the side. They finally released one in the Sencut lineup. This is a Sencut Krill, and I think that's how you say it. And I gotta say right now, I'm impressed so far. I love the overall blade shape. It's got this drop point that has just a little bit of belly. So this thing's gonna be a phenomenal slicer. It's gonna be good on a flat surface when you're cutting on a flat cutting board. That's not gonna be the best because it's a very, very mild belly on this one. This one's coming in the 9CR 18 MOV, which I like. I like it because it's stainless, and this one's coated. I went with the black micarta one. I like the traction on it. I don't think it looks bad. So far, the ergos have been pretty comfortable. I can choke up right here, but it's more of one of those trigger finger choke ups. It's not a really big one. It's more of an oversized sharpening choil. There's the Ferrum Forge branded logo right there. You have decent road jimping if you're choked back right here. I guess if you want to kind of crunch yourself, but I would always overshoot that. Not that that matters to me. Deep carry pocket clip that's tip up, left or right, handed carry. And I'm trying to get this one, look at that. Beautimous flipper tab. Canted back so it's not poking you. You don't have to think about it. You can push button it or you can light switch it. Light switch it. Real quick, here's a size comparison with the Stinger. Probably one of their most popular affordable knives, the Stinger, and for good reason. Yeah, it's about the exact same. Well, let's see. It may be a smidge shorter. I don't know. It's pretty darn close to the length of the Stinger. So that's a good size reference. I'm going to try to get this one tested and reviewed quickly, or I might not even get to the actual review because I think so far, it's just my initial impressions. I think this might make the top 10 list for this price range. I can't say for certain because I just started doing the testing for it, so it's still unclear, and I want to get a good idea because it's going up against a lot of awesome knives in this price range. But I truly think it has a shot. So I'm going to try to get that one done for y'all because that's the only bad thing about knives that hit the market this close to the end of the year. If they don't make, a top 10 list and you don't get your review out, a lot of, reviewers like myself, it gets brushed to the side and they kind of get left in the dirt. So I try to, if I get something like this, I try to do whatever I can to actually get it tested and, carry it a good bit so I can see if it makes that cut and it can at least make the top 10 list. Definitely want to hear y'all thoughts and opinions on this. I think it's nice that you can now, get one of these Ferrum Forge knives that's not going to cost you starting, I think, at like 70 or $80. So, these are These weren't cheap. I don't remember exactly how much the mini Archbishop was. Cool little knife, but you could also get the Civivi branded Odium, which was a good bit cheaper. So definitely cool. And I got to say that when it comes to Sencut, Civivi, and We, out of the three sub brands of We knives, Sencut has impressed me so much more than the other two. Just because they came out with some really awesome, affordable, high value designs this year, and they just did it right. You know, their button locks were on point. And they're making it really tough for my top 10 list because they got several of them, at least 3, maybe now 4, that are going to be on that list. You know, they deserve it. And I'm continuing to test these knives so I can try to give y'all the best top 10 I can possibly give y'all as far as use, carry, overall aesthetics, at least in my opinion of overall aesthetics. You know, so I want y'all to know I'm working hard on that so I can try to help y'all make the best buying decisions you can. Now, that said, you know, if you're interested in a knife, you don't just watch one review, especially when the price is gets up there. Sorry if y'all can hear my kids in the background. I got some other kids are in the neighborhood playing right now. So definitely be on the lookout for this video. Now, this one is kind of funny, and I'm going to tell you the story. We have one coming from Tacray, and this thing is a behemoth. I picked up this knife originally. It was going to be one of the Amazon Knife of the Month picks. But I'm so swamped right now with trying to get my top 10 videos done for 2022 that it wouldn't have made it. So I figured I would just show this behemoth. I did not, whenever I bought it, I just saw the overall aesthetic of it, and I thought it'd make a fun little knife for that segment that I used to do. Try to bring that back whenever I can. But man, oh man, this thing's a beast. Let me just show you. I'll bring that krill back in here. So if you don't know how big the krill is, that's not going to help you. So let's see. I got a Ontario Wrap Model 1, which is a pretty full-size knife. Look at this. I want to say, I want to say it's 10 inches long. Look at that. It just dwarfs the Ontario Wrap Model 1. Let me I'm going to put it butt to butt. Look at that. How much more blade you have. And I'll tell you, it's you know, it's kind of gimmicky and, you know, it's kind of comical, but it could work as a, let me back out so I can have more frame. It could work as a food prep knife because look how they're branding it as a folding kitchen knife. Look how much, that whole entire edge sits below the knuckles. So you can cut on a flat surface and get all the way to the back right there. Now it's kind of cutting it close, but if you kind of, you know, adjust yourself, you can get there and you can do those rocking cuts. You can do those, you know, chopping cuts. Blade steel on it is VG10, full flat ground blade. I can't tell, it feels decently thin. Let's see. You can see how thin it gets right here. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it holds up, how their VG10 holds up. I don't know a whole lot about Tacray. I think this is my first Tacray knife. I know I saw my buddy Jared from These Knives channel, the titanium one. And look at that. That's wicked looking. Okay, and then as I started inspecting this a little more, mine came off-centered. It wasn't tear, it wasn't rubbing or anything, but it came off-centered, so I was kind of looking at it. And I thought it was just a regular button lock because, as you can see, you have the button right there. But what it is it's kind of like the Spyderco Smock. Let me see if I can let you see in there. It's just a reverse liner lock. The liner lock's on this side. And hopefully you can see this. You press the button, it pushes over that liner that comes in the back part of that top part of that tang. And then you have a stop pin right there that kind of wedges it in there. So kind of like a cross between the compression lock and a reverse liner lock. So pretty cool. I think it's on bearings. Mine, after working with it, is now drop shut. And it's pretty close. Yeah, it's centered now. But like I said, I had to do a lot of tightening and untightening and loosening and pushing stuff over. And I got it fairly centered now. Fairly drop shut now, and I'm still trying to get used to it. I can't thumb flick it It's more of a reverse flick knife for me, but that even feels kind of odd. I don't know, but like I said, I haven't had it for a really long. I haven't had it for maybe a week tops, and I'm sure I'll get used to that. I can slow roll it fairly easily, and I mean you could always pinch it with both sides like this if you needed help. But I don't know, it's fun, and I'm gonna have a little fun with this. Maybe do a little chopping with it, see how it holds up. I was checking the lockup. The lockup on mine is sitting at around 80%. No place so far, but I'll have to wait and see. Sorry if y'all hear my grandbaby. They're playing in there, having a blast. So I don't want to interrupt them doing that. So that is the two knives that came in. Let me know what y'all think about this honker of a knife. And if you would have use for something like this. VG10 is an excellent steel for the kitchen because it's very, very corrosion resistant. I just don't know anything about TacRay and how well their knives are heat treated or anything. So hopefully I can put this one to the test and let y'all know. Because I've always liked that titanium frame lock they had, kind of like this. All right, and also love to hear y'all thoughts on the Sencut Krill and having some Ferrum Forge designs in this lineup. And if there is something already from the Ferrum Forge lineup in the Sencut line, y'all let me know that too, and I'll try to pin your comment. I don't know of any, and like I said, I could be wrong. Good action on this. So let me know what y'all want to see. If y'all want to see reviews on both of these, I'll try to get them done before the Christmas mad rush that's coming here soon, and the end of the year mad rush that's coming here soon. And I hope everybody's having an absolute amazing Sunday. I will see y'all on the next one.